You are the only person capable of holding that vision that you've got in your mind. Nobody external to you can see what you see. It's impossible. Others can share in our experiences, yes. We can believe that we have the same ideas as others around us, especially when we're being really supportive of somebody that we care about. But nobody knows what it's going to look like when that vision comes to fruition in reality. Even the visionary, even the dreamer doesn't know exactly how it's going to look. You can feel how it's going to look. But the small details kind of shift and morph along your path. That's just the way that it is. At least this is just my personal experience. There are as many different perceptions of anything as there are humans on this planet, as there are cells in our body. When somebody asks you to hold in your mind the vision of a dragon, your version of a dragon is going to look different than mine. We just each have our own ideas in our minds, and basically our perception of reality is determined by those images and ideas that we hold in our mind. The desire is to just be seen, right? As a human, to be witnessed and not judged, or to just be held, or not shot down, not kicked down and stomped into the ground, you know? We're all just looking to feel a little less suffering from life. The Buddhists talk about it. It's the human condition. But if you have a dream in your mind and you feel it in your heart, you can share it with others. You're going to want to share it with others. I can tell you that right now. But be prepared that when you share your vision and your dreams and goals with others, you're not always going to be met with excitement and encouragement. If it's a big dream, okay? If it's a big dream and it completely goes against all the norms that are currently existing in our collective energy of this planet right now, of the universe. Lord. It's important to listen to your heart. And if you don't know how to do that, that's like how it starts. I didn't just wake up one day intuitive with master pattern recognition skills, being able to feel energy and tune into my heart space or my mind or my gut, or the cells in my body. Just like anything in life, you have to level it up. You got to level up the ability. First comes awareness. After awareness comes application, right? And I'm not saying that my way and my path is going to be the same for everyone or resonate with everyone. I'm just here sharing my experience, strength, and hope in hopes that it could help even one other person. And basically, I'm sharing things that I wish I knew so that I didn't have to take the most difficult path possible every time that I made a decision or didn't make a decision. Let's be honest, not making a decision is making a decision. Stagnation. And that's normal. That's what our minds do. They can be lazy. That's why discipline is important. I don't know if we're just born with discipline, Ask a 2-year-old that question. I don't know how they could comprehend and respond on that level, but you know what I'm saying, okay? I have to get used to sharing on camera. And I told myself we were just going to record a video each day. I don't know if I expect any of these to see the light of day. I don't want to read from a script. Not now, anyways. I don't have anything against people who read from a script either. I think some people are amazing at doing that, and I commend them for it. I think that's an amazing skill to have. But for me, I have to put a lot of effort into memorizing a script. And I never needed a script when I would be sharing with my friends or those closest to me about my inner world and perceptions. I figured I didn't need a script to do that then throughout my entire life. So I shouldn't need one now. It's just the discomfort of the camera. And it's not necessarily the camera as it is being open and myself and unfiltered and just bare for all the world to see. And I need to be clear about another thing. I don't think I'm any kind of special. I don't think I'm better than you. I could never. I would probably hold you in higher regard than I hold myself because I get excited for those around me. I try to lift those up around me because the world is already doing enough to crush our souls anyway, isn't it? Some believe Earth is a school, like a soul school. Our souls come here to learn. And I keep making the joke with myself, like when I finish this thing, when I'm like 100 something, I finally pass away. Finally. If I find out that my soul wanted to do this, I'm going to be so mad. But what's funny is over time, the more that I make that joke with myself, the more I realize in hindsight, as a direct result of pushing myself and forcing myself to learn and grow from every experience in my life, to learn about myself and my inner workings and my perception and how it literally shapes reality. If you're in a crappy mood, everything just tumbles on top of itself. I mean, it's terrible. If I'm in a positive mood, open, uplifted, just hopeful, grateful, in the present moment, noticing the beautiful clouds or the sunset or a ladybug that just landed on a leaf, you know? I keep losing my train of thought because I feel like I'm being watched. Even though in this present moment, I am just speaking to a camera, but really, it's important for me to be authentic with anyone watching this. To you, I really am only here to show up with authenticity and a desire to help even one person by maybe sparking a thought that makes them think something so that they can influence themselves, you know, so that you can influence yourself, so that others around you will no longer be able to dictate the circumstances of your life, not without your consent, not without your conscious consent. Sometimes we get hung up on trying this isn't for everyone. Not everyone has this, characteristic, but I personally was, you could call it a people pleaser. I just wanted to make people feel better. I wanted to be there for others. Loyalty was number one. But then somehow it would always wind up that I would not receive the same in return. It would just be expected of me, to give all of myself, deplete myself, have nothing left for me, and then to wake up and do it all over again. To wake up from that reality is a trip. It's abrupt. I don't know if it could happen any other way. if it could have happened any other way for me. I don't know if that's possible. I think everything had to happen exactly how it happened. The bad, the pain, the trauma imprint left on my nervous system and in my psyche that I didn't realize was running my life and dictating my reality. I'm open to any questions that y'all have for me. I don't know. This is new. I'm not, I'm not like an actress who's comfortable on camera and stuff. I'm just me. One little human who's super introverted, but who is tired of the feeling that I need to share the things that I've learned. I need to allow myself to be vulnerable, to share the things that I've learned so that it could help anyone that needs to hear that specific message. I mean, we're all just channeling energies, really. If you're familiar with Carl Jung and the archetypes, like, they speak through us. They make a lot of our decisions. Oh. Anyways, I've been recording for 11 minutes and 30 seconds now. And I don't think I'm going to edit any of this. Probably a couple towards the beginning because I was like, inside. I don't know. It's just me. I figure no one wants to see that. I'm not here to bring people down. I'm just here to speak my truth and be the best parent I can to my 2 cats and to try to do my part to leave the world a better place than I found it. I've promised a lot of people that I would share my perception and my experience with others because it could really help. And I was so terrified to be seen for my whole life. I'm 37 now, and it was just last November that, okay, Sebastian, sweet boy, what are you doing? He's so loud when I'm on camera, but it's okay. He's just a baby orange cat. But anyways, I notice my mind distracts itself when I get on a serious subject. So that's a defense mechanism that I'm working on. We're always just working on ourselves. I stayed stagnant and complacent for at least 15 years when I was in active addiction, or what I considered to be active addiction, or the active state of compulsion, which mine was trying to self-medicate using substances. I used to go to the 12-step meetings a lot and like actively work that program. Now I have a different form of recovery. I go to the meetings once in a blue moon, but I'm very specific and selective. I don't like really going to any of the meetings with the men anymore because it's just sometimes you attract a certain type of person. AA as a whole is a beautiful thing. I see a lot of people who are so content in there, and that's their community, that's their tribe, I love it. I've always been searching for that community. And I hope to grow it here. And I am so open to hearing some of your stories or anything that you want to share with me, or any thoughts that get awoken as a result of, us just sitting here having a one-on-one together. Okay, I will get off the camera now, but I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. You're important. You matter. And I love you.